Hi you guys, it literally feels like forever, but it's your girl Codenamechanel and I'm back, but clearly I'm back with some finesse tips.
My pimpin' got him hooked, pimpin' got him. I see my pimpin' got him hooked, pimpin' got him. My pimpin' got you hooked, my bad, I'm sorry. My pimpin' got.
Now, this is going to be for all my cyber baddies, my cyber sugar babies in 2021. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, then you know it's all love. I hope everyone else is doing their thing because I am. This video will be helping cyber sugar babies all around the world, okay? So whether you are in the UK or the United States or wherever you are on this planet, I am here to help you finesse, okay? So here's some important tips if you want to be a cyber sugar baby. Now, what is a cyber sugar baby? A cyber sugar baby is this unicorn. It's a girl that does not have to meet up with no sugar daddy. It's the girl gets money sent to her online. It's the girl whose favorite app is Zelle, Venmo, and Cash App. She was on lockdown before the quarantine, okay? She wasn't meeting up before the quarantine, period, point blank. That is our cyber sugar baby. That's our girl. We love to see it. We love everything about her. If you are not planning on meeting up with a sugar daddy, a trick, a sponsor, whatever, and you just want your gifts, everything strictly online, ladies, we have to be located in cities that are locked down. Now, when you are creating an app and you're creating your profile and you're changing your location, say you live in an area in Mobile, Alabama. You don't find no tricks. You can't find no sugar daddies. They not there. I don't know. I don't live there. So are they there? Y'all let me know if they're there. Put in the comments if they're there. I don't think they're there. And you're in Mobile, Alabama, and you can't find you a trick. You just can't. A trick is not to be found, or a sugar daddy is not to be found. You have to change your location. We know that, right? So once we change our location, are we going to change it to a city that's wide open like Atlanta?
No. I said no. You can kill all that right now. Like at this moment, stop.
Are we going to change it to a city that's wide open like Dallas, where I'm at? Look, when I had my virtual sugar daddy, and he lived in South Carolina. So I met him on Bumble, and he was traveling through the airport, if I'm not mistaken, and we ended up matching, and he did not live in Dallas. And when I figured out he did not live in Dallas, and it was his fault, it's your fault. I'm in Dallas, you put your Bumble in Dallas, and now you done matched with me. Oh, okay. So from now on, I kind of made a mental note that once I started the arrangement with him, any guy who says, they're just in town for the weekend, or they're in town for work, or they're in town for a conference, those are the guys that I'm matching with. Now because of the pandemic, no one in Dallas wants a cyber sugar baby. We're open. No one in Houston wants a cyber. They're open. Houston is open. Houston is open. So why would they want? Y'all ask me, why would someone whose city is open really even want a cyber sugar baby? The only people that want pen pals or someone who they're probably not going to meet up with is someone who really can't meet up with anybody. So the cyber sugar baby game, you guys, we have to take advantage of the pandemic.
And speaking of shame,
just like all the other capitalists are doing. During the pandemic, billionaires made $931 billion. Oh, and you think that I'm not going to find someone who's lonely and wants a pen pal? And okay, so on to the next thing for cyber sugar. The cities that are locked tight down, but also the cities where men have money, okay? So I have a Patreon. My Patreon is where I give extra finesse tips. I put my Patreon in the comment section. I pin it in the comment section of all my videos, okay? And I also put it in the description box. And if you follow me on Instagram, Codenamechanel, you'll go ahead and click the link in the bio, and then my Patreon will also come up there. So I do have a Patreon where I give away locations that I personally feel like men that spend money, from my personal experience and from the success that other women are having. I went ahead and did the statistics for you. So I gave you statistics, because Chanelistics. I gave you Chanelistics. Did I give you Chanel? I gave the girls what the girls wanted, and I gave you areas on where you need to change your location to find a sugar daddy. So I'm going to give you examples. I won't be just throwing out different cities. San Francisco is one of the most expensive places in the world to live in. Okay, not just the United States, just in the world to live in. And they are currently reopening, but kind of sort of on lockdown. I'm changing my location to San Francisco because not only do they have money to spend and money to spare, but they are also a city known to have billionaires and millionaires, and they are on lockdown, so they're lonely. I changed my location on OkCupid. Now, this is the finesse channel, so I'm always gonna keep it real with you guys. I changed my location on OkCupid. I changed it to Oklahoma. So I ended up finding a sugar daddy, well, potential sugar daddy. He spent a lot, so some of y'all would call him a sugar daddy, but the allowance, he didn't give me allowance. It wasn't no set allowance, so let's just call him a trick, okay? A really good trick. He might have been a little sponsorish. Nevertheless, he was, a little splurger. Found him in Oklahoma on OkCupid, right? I have a story time. I think it's like what is it called? Like, OkCupid sugar daddy broke up with me. Not, but no, that story time is funny because really in real life, that was an interesting story time. But I like to think outside the box. I don't like to use cities where everyone else is using. So like all I do is I do the research, you guys, because statistically right now you'd have to find a city where there are high earners. And I like to find men who are single, lonely, and willing to spend money. So Oklahoma was the perfect location for me, okay? Oklahoma City was a perfect Cherry Hill Village, Colorado. Now, it's really about doing your own research on the locations. You find a great location, ladies. Cyber sugar babies, you're going to find a great location, and you are going to figure out whether they're open or closed, whether the men are single and lonely, and whether they have money to spend. Now, another thing that I think is interesting is because of the penny pan, it's a great excuse on why you don't want to meet up. And I don't think that you ladies are using it enough. Personally, especially in your bios, ladies, you need to put that, you're social distancing friendly on apps like Bumble. A social distancing badge. Did I even say it right that time? And this badge lets people know, 6 feet or only online. And you know what I've noticed too is Hinge and Bumble, I've been seeing a lot of bios that quarantine. Are they doing, are they social distancing? I think that some ladies, especially cyber sugar babies, don't come off too much like, oh my God, I'm never going to meet up. We're never going to meet up. Let them know that you're taking the proper precautions. So, that you don't want to meet up right now. Eventually you do and I feel like another thing that cyber sugar babies aren't doing during the quarantine is giving men things to look forward to. Whether it's traveling, seeing them, promising them that, when you guys see each other, you guys are going to have an amazing time together, sharing pictures, all type of things, because you are literally not wanting to meet up with this person. And it's all about building the relationship first. Ladies, the gifts will come as long as you pick somebody that's generous, someone who likes to spend money. And you'll know this by having conversations with them, okay? Because every once in a while, the conversation needs to come up with money. The money needs to be bought up. Now, anyone who's trying to be a cyber sugar baby, you ladies, as cyber sugar babies, you need to invest more into the apps. So yes, you should pay for Tinder Gold, Tinder Passport. You can change your location to anywhere in the world. And you can change your location on Bumble Travel, right? OkCupid, you can change your location. That's fine. Seeking arrangement, you can change your location. That's fine. So with changing your location now, it's definitely a big advantage for cyber sugar babies since a lot of places are technically on lockdown. And remember, utilize in your bio, like pen pal friendly, online dating friendly, interested in an online relationship. You can always put that in your bio as long as your pictures are good. I really want you guys' pictures to be good. I really don't want you getting on there and saying pen pal friendly and, and then your pictures aren't. Ew. The arrangement part will always come with a man who is either expecting an online arrangement or who's never had an online arrangement. And again, you ladies, I have a Patreon that I have great cyber sugar baby tips for everyone, okay? Cyber sugar line, virtual dates, virtual dating, it's a thing. And I think that if you're trying to be a cyber sugar baby, bringing up the arrangement should become natural. Like, I've always been the type of person who would send pictures to guys without them asking, because I have a collection of pictures that men who I meet online get. They all get the same pictures. It's not even pictures on social media. They all get the same ones. I have a time where I text them, because as a cyber sugar baby, you have to be strategic. You can't sit here. No, literally, my ring light stay acting a fool. But I also feel like, ladies, it's so important as a cyber sugar baby to make them feel like they're not online, and to make them feel like eventually they're going to meet you. But for the time being, this is the best thing that will happen to them. This is the best thing for them. I make my arrangements so exciting. Like, you ladies, this is how things work. Do you not know that the men I talk to, the men who spend money, the men who pay my bills, do you not know they know about my channel?
Yeah, it's true. Ask about it. Ask.
I have a whole podcast with one of my generous boo on my Patreon. Like, and I've had online relationships where they eventually wanted to meet in person. But I feel like if you are someone that can put a light in someone's life and make them feel, good. Begging is draining. I've told you guys this before. The ghetto is draining. It is very draining. So if you are the opposite of what they see, and you're othering yourself from other women, then they won't feel like, oh, it's the same girl who doesn't want to meet up. And, because there are men who are afraid of corona. There are men who are afraid of getting sick during this pandemic and, getting CV. So I think that a lot of you need to read the bios, because there's several men that I've seen that say they don't want to meet up. They're taking the proper precautions because of the pandemic. And yeah, they want to meet up after the pandemic. You ladies need to read the bios, okay? You need to read the bios. And also, if you're looking for a sugar daddy, I'm not sure why some of your age ranges aren't 47 and plus. So you need to make sure that you are swiping on older men. Who wants to meet up with me? And we're in the middle of a pandemic, because we're not like we're literally in the middle. We're in the middle. That's y'all keep reminding me in my comments and stuff. Chanel, we're in the middle of a pandemic. How can I forget? You remind me every day. So every day, Chanel, I can't believe that you're celebrating life in the middle of a pandemic. No, you remind me every day. So why, if someone's at a higher risk, like y'all said, I'm not risking someone's life. I'm not risking someone's life. If I am dating an older guy who is like 55 years old, 60 years old, I'm not risking his life. And that's how you cyber sugar babies need to act. You are at a higher risk. I do not want to get you sick, so I will not be meeting up with you. We can figure out things until we meet up, because I definitely want to meet up with you after this is over. Use the word definitely, surely, positively. Opposite men who do want to meet up during the pandemic, and who are going to put in their bio, no, I don't want to FaceTime you or send you money for pictures. I think that it's you ladies not actually finessing and using the wrong words. I would never tell somebody, oh, video chat me for money, unless I said LOL emoji and it felt like it was that type of conversation. As a cyber sugar baby, because I have done both. I've sugared in person, and I've sugared strictly online. Do I prefer sugaring strictly online? I can't say that. That's, you know what? Someone actually asked me if I prefer to sugar just online, or do I prefer to meet up in person? And before the pandemic, I enjoyed meeting up in person. I was not always the type of person that wanted to just have a cyber SD, because I know as a woman who really sugars, as a woman who really finesses, it's intense. It's a lot of work to do cyber sugaring. It's a lot of pictures. It's a lot of videos. And I don't feel like you get as much as if you meet somebody in person, and then they're just satisfied because they got to meet you. So they're just satisfied. Like, yeah, I finally got to meet Chanel. She's going to send me a picture every once in a while, but they're more satisfied when you go on dates with them in person. So personally, I do like sugaring in person. I like to see someone in person. I like someone to get the full essence of me. And I like someone to know, like, okay, yeah, she's not a catfish. She's real. But I do not mind cyber sugaring. I don't mind being a virtual sugar baby, but I do know that it's a lot of work, and I don't feel like if you're not getting the allowance that you could get in person, then it's really not worth it as much as going in person. But as for cyber sugar babies, everyone wants to be a cyber sugar baby for a reason. Some women don't like meeting up. Some women are introverted. Some women are really scared of CV or don't want to get their family sick that might stay with them, or there's a lot of reasons why. And I think also it's important to figure out what is your reason for cyber sugaring, because if it's just because you don't want to meet up with these old men, you don't want to meet up with these men, then that's the issue. And I feel like mentally not knowing how to prepare yourself for talking to someone online and not even being the type of person who can talk to people online, then yeah, this definitely isn't for you. You have to enjoy texting. You have to enjoy video chatting. And these are tips that are going to help you as far as the grand scheme of things. Because you can do small finesses here, but if you're a cyber sugar baby, that means an allowance online. That means that you're getting an allowance. You're getting some type of larger amounts of money. You're not just getting $100 for a picture or $200 for a picture. You're getting $2,000 allowance. As far as the cyber relationship that I have right now, it's strictly through Snapchat. I met him on Snapchat. And I talk about him more on Patreon. But we aren't in the same city. And some men do not care about that, especially if they see you living your life through social media. They do not care about that. So another tip that I think that is extremely important is that, you ask them just casually. Don't force it. A lot of you ladies force it. I don't want it to be forced. I just don't want you to force it. I want it to come off natural. Like, hey, are you on social media? If they're not, let it go. Don't force them.
Make a Snapchat now. I need a cyber sugar daddy. I need a cyber sugar daddy right now.
Like, no, don't force them to make a Snapchat if they don't make one. I think that it would be fun. Like I said, when I talk to older men or I talk to someone and I'm trying to, get them to do what I want them to do and persuade them, I'd be like, no, Snapchat's a really fun app. You definitely should try it. Everyone's doing it. I use Snapchat all the time, and maybe I can just send you some cute little pictures every once in a while, and the pictures get deleted. So that's something fun. That's something interesting. I always like to, I think Snapchat would definitely spice things up a bit. Stuff like that to get them to make a Snapchat. Just walking them through the process. But a lot of things for quote unquote ladies trying to be cyber sugar babies come off a little forced. Now, I can say something and get away with it, and someone else say something and can't get away with it. Or someone else can say something, because I've seen some of y'all messages, y'all be talking to these men reckless, but they like it. I do. And get away with it, and then I can't get away with it. But personally, we know that, especially since my channel is the Finesse channel, my videos have been viewed by millions, right? My videos have been, like, this is crazy, millions. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. So my videos have been viewed by millions. So it's like, why would you use exactly what I say? When you know that there's other women using exactly what I say. But another thing is the amount of users that use these apps, millions of men. And I do feel like being a cyber sugar baby is a unicorn. But I do feel like that it's possible because there are millions of people using these apps, and we're during a global pandemic. There are likely people who do not want to meet up. There are high-risk people that do not want to meet up. My advice to you ladies is, you want to know my advice to you? Watching this video after the pandemic, I love to hear it. But right now in this day, in 2021, you ladies need to, if you do not want to meet up, please do not change your location to an open city. Okay? If you are in an open city and you do not want to meet up, please do not use the city that you're in. If you are, ladies, you got to make sure that you say, look, I'm high risk or you're high risk. I don't want to meet up. I don't want to come to your house right now. But eventually, let's give them something to look forward to. Eventually, we're going to do this. Or I see us doing this in the future. I have so many plans for the future. Here's a list of my travel locations that I want to go to. I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know what? I can't wait till concerts. until there's concerts. Concerts is my favorite thing to do. If I can't, go to a concert, what can I really do? Use your mouthpiece. Finesse, okay? It's the art of persuasion. And y'all, at the end of the day, success starts to look similar, okay? And you have to see what was working for everybody else and utilize it and see if it works for you. At the end of the day, I give out finesse tips, but my finesse tips might not work for everybody. Like one of my sayings that if you follow Codenamechanel and you watch my videos, I say anyone can do it, but it's not for everybody. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that all the cyber sugar babies out there get that money virtually and safely. And I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the notification bell below. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Codenamechanel, because I be on there. What do I be on there doing? I be on there taking pictures. I post stuff here and there. If you see me posting this, it's for the tricks. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think that I'm out. You can follow me on Snapchat if you have one, Chanel Kid Herb. And I think that I'm out. Oh, join my Patreon. Join my Patreon if you need extra finesse tips. Now I'm really out. I'm out. Was this a look? I feel like it was a look, and I feel like I didn't take no pictures. But I'm out. I'm out.